Welcome back to another video. I'm Coach Glow. This is the babies. See? The babies. Today we have gathered here to pull cards for Taurus. What up, Taurus? I miss you guys. I gotta keep it down a little bit. I've got guests. Guestesses. Alright, here we go. Justice wants to come out, so something's being made fair. Justice again. Could be dealing with a Libra. See 1111. A legal situation or a document. Police. Finding out the truth in the matter affecting the balance. Queen of Cups. Love, never knew what I was missing. Blue eyes, fair brown hair, soft, gentle, and motherly. Somebody really loves you. They want you to like calm down, like be calm, be sweet to them, be loving. Be nurturing. Somebody's feeling very lovey-dovey with the Ten of Swords. And they feel like you don't want to do that anymore. Like you closed the book on them. You closed the chapter. You've said everything that you had to say. And you're like ready to leave someone behind because they don't understand your soul, your heart, your mind. They don't, or you feel like they don't want to understand on purpose. You know, someone's trying to make something difficult for you on purpose, or they know that they can hurt you, and every time you don't give them what they want, they punish you. So somebody thinks that they're punishing you right now, but really they're just hurting themselves. King of Swords. Yeah. They think they're punishing you. They think that they, the way that they do something is the right way to do it. And there's no other way, right? They want to like rewrite an outcome, an ending, and like they can't take something back that they said that they knew was going to crush you, and they did it anyways, you know. With the Queen of Cups, they saw your heart, and right, because this guy is cold, abrasive, demands respect. You got to give it to get it, right? With the Queen of Cups, I feel like you've been sweet, you know, and you know, you show that you care, but somebody's just like, not like they're like entitled, but like they demand it, like very demanding. You better be nice to me, you know. And you're like, nice for what? Do you deserve me to be nice, for me to be nice to you? Do you expect me to just listen to you, like be mean and talk junk to me, and like stab me in the back, and I'm supposed to just come back all smiley, happy-go-lucky, like nothing ever happened? With the Justice card, with the Queen of Cups. It's like they know that when you love somebody, you really, really love them. So why take advantage of that with the Ten of Swords, King of Swords? I have Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, the Moon card, Pisces, Cancer. Cancer here twice. 18 goes to 9. We have a full moon, lunar eclipse today. September 7th. So there's a secret here. You know, somebody feels like you're deceiving yourself by like not talking to them. It's almost like they feel like you want issues. You want to be mysterious. You want to be a problem, a thorn. I don't know why I'm getting thorn. I'm getting roses too. The Moon card. It's the babies. That babies are snoring. Why are you snoring? I feel like someone's trying to be like mysterious. I don't think you find that very attractive. You're like, I've seen, you know, I've done some digging, and I don't really like what I see. Like you can see why somebody tries to be mysterious, or why they're so distant, or why they're so like quiet around you. They're trying to keep a secret. They don't want you to ask questions. They don't want you to know too much, King of Swords. And it's like you're asking all the right questions here, and they're, you know, they're like, I don't know if they're like telling on themselves, but they're like trying to hold a secret back. And it's like, I don't know what the secret is, but I know that you have one. And I'm hearing secrets don't make friends, right? With the Justice card. So it's like somebody wants to be like close to you and intimate with you without revealing that's what they want with the Queen of Cups. You know, they're trying to like act mysterious, and you're acting like you can't see them. Yeah, they're trying to act all mysterious. I don't know if they're like trying to act all mysterious, but they keep very, very, very quiet around you with the Justice card. And you don't like that. You're like, secrets don't make friends, or Ten of Swords, why are you hiding something from me? Could it possibly hurt me? Is that why you're not saying something? Or somebody is finally revealing or giving you this truth of theirs. And Ten of Swords, it's like maybe they've never told somebody something like this before, you know, or maybe they've never been able to articulate it the way that they can with you. They feel like they can talk to you with the Justice card. Something about like your judgment is fair. The Magician, like, right, whatever you decide to do with this energy, whatever you decide to do with this information, you know, or something's not working, or it's not manifesting because somebody is omitting certain. I'm hearing like flourless cupcakes or cake, flourless cake. It's like you're trying to make a cake without like or mocktails or something like that. It's like you're trying to make something without like the main ingredient, or without its usual ingredients. With the Justice card, you're like, see, it tastes exactly the same. Yeah, with the Justice card, you don't have to have this. This, you know, something is, I don't want to say illusion, but something is like not necessary. And I feel like everybody, like, that's just how people do stuff. You know, everybody does it this way. Ten of Wands, and you're like, you want to be like everybody else? That's what you want? So 10 of Wands, something that you're like telling somebody or that somebody is telling you here, it kind of like, it gives you this feeling of, it empowers you somehow, you know. With the King of Swords, somebody could be telling you, like, do you know how different you are? Do you know how rare it is for somebody in your position to be as kind and loving? You know, 10 of Swords, after getting stabbed in the back, after going through all of this trauma, and for you to continue to be this beautiful, sweet, caring person. You're still devoted to something. You're still devoted to someone. Even though there's something that isn't there, that is like regular. Like for most people, like that doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for our relationship or something like that. With the 10 of Wands, you feel very like heavy and weighed down by the expectations of society, or you have in the past. And, you know, maybe you had to let something go to show you that you can survive without something. With the Justice card. What is it? The kidneys or the liver? No, you need your liver. The kidneys, right? You can survive without one of them, right? This is what I'm getting. Like even without something, you are still limitless. With the Magician. The King of Wands. Oh my goodness. I love this because you took this pain and you turned it into power. You turned it into passion. So now you're passionate about something. You're passionate about seeing what else you can do without something. You're restless, outspoken, and ambitious at this time. 10 of Wands. Now that you don't have the weight of the world on your shoulders. With the Magician, you have found other ways of like communicating with someone. With the King of Wands, so they feel like empowered again. They feel like, hey, you know what, this can actually work. Even though like all these things are like stacked up against me, it still doesn't break. The Moon card, this like yearning that you have for something, your want, your passion for something, you know. With the Moon card, it's like, you know that you don't know a lot of things. You know that like someone is upset with you, but they'll do a favor for you anyways. You know that someone is sad, or they're trying to understand you, or they don't understand you, but they'll do it anyways, right? If you ask them for something. With the Queen of Cups. With the Magician, they're just putting on a mask or trying to give you an ultimatum, like, you know, if you keep on doing this, I'm going to leave. They're not leaving. With the King of Wands. In fact, they're bored, so you give them something to do. You give them a task or something like that. With the King of Wands. Seven of Wands. And 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, they're like, I'm gonna block you from some money, and you're like, you can't block me from money. There's a lot of people pulling on your energy right now, knowing that you don't have it for them, but they're still asking you for something. Because they're probably even like, you did it for them, you can't do this for me, you can't do this for your family. I feel like you don't need to be convinced of something. You need to be inspired of something here. And if somebody wants to act cold, hard, and demanding, it's not motivating you to want to work with them even more. It's actually pushing you away. With the Seven of Wands. And you're the one with the money. Why are you pushing me away when you want me so bad? But I'm not going to try and like convince you, or, you know, with the Magician, like, you know, Because I feel like they're putting on a mask. Like they're trying to tell you that they don't like these things about you and they like them the most. You know, with the King of Wands. They're like, you know, my ex would never do this to me. Or you're like, go back to your ex then. I don't give a fuck. Untouchable, untouchable. Ten of Pentacles. Seven of Wands. Yeah, it's almost like you're pushing someone's button too. Like you're calling their bluff. Calling their bluff. Page of Wands. And this is when this message comes through for you. Because you were like, not stubborn, but you're not budging on, you're not trying to change yourself, you know. It's like somebody wants you to behave or be something that you are not. Like they just want you to fit into this cookie cutter type of thing that they've got all set up. They might want you to move with them. Page of Wands. But so yeah, they're leaving you messages, trying to get you to talk to them or get your attention. The Devil card. See? Could be dealing with a Capricorn. You know, they're like, I have something over here that you want. You're like, okay, I'll be over there whenever I feel like I'm ready or when I can. And they're like, no, you got to come now. It's like they're trying to give you like an ultimatum. And it's like their plans are going to be ruined because it's like they're trying to bring you out of your shell. You know, when you're not ready, you know, they don't care if you have like issues. They care about what they want, what they desire, you know, with the Queen of Cups. And that's not really fair to you. You can't give 100% of yourself if you don't have that to give. But somebody here is so greedy and they want things their way. They want to be in control of everything. They don't care if how you feel. They don't care about your mental health, you know? So they get what they get and they don't get upset. So if they know that you're, you know, trying to see other people, not trying to see other people, but you have these like habits and stuff and they want you to be with them and have a relationship with them and you still continue to be yourself, like they can't get mad, you know. Page of Wands, it's like you're not like offering them, you know, all of you. You're offering them just a little bit or just a friendship with the Devil card and they're taking it extreme, you know, and trying to make you feel guilty about, you know, not wanting more or not trying harder. Knight of Pentacles. I was going to say that. I was going to say I didn't see the Knight of Pentacles. I didn't see very stubborn energy. But here you are. Being true to yourself with the Knight of Pentacles. Visitors. A message to share. So these are two cards about like messages coming towards you. Of someone being kind of controlling. This is you pausing before you react. With the Three of Wands. You're like, slow this down with the Devil card, Page of Wands. It's like you check somebody, you know. You said or you decided that we weren't going to do this or that I was allowed to do this here so that there's no secrets. And now that you're finding out, now that I am being honest with you, you want me to change that too? Like, It's either you want this or that, not both. Two of Wands, you're like, decide. You could be giving somebody an ultimatum. Three of Swords, and it might break your heart. The Tower card, the Three of Swords. Wow, Seven of Cups. Knight of Swords. Yeah, and it's like, because you don't do what they say, they're like, fine, you can leave or something like that. And now they're Seven of Cups. I feel like somebody's rushing back and being like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I love you so much. And you're like, no, you love yourself so much. You know, you couldn't respect my wishes. You couldn't respect where I was coming from. You couldn't respect the fact that I'm, because I also see some like addictions and toxic shit, and you're trying to work on that while somebody else is like, it's like they don't even care if they're being triggering towards you. They don't care if it triggers you because they want it in that moment. With the Three of Swords, you know, it's not like you're trying to, you know, cheat somebody out of their seat. I don't see any lying, cheating, scheming cards here. I don't feel like you're the one backstabbing someone. I feel like you make it very clear what it is you're looking for, what you want, and this person keeps on coming back to you talking about, okay, I'll try it here, and then they'll try it for a little bit and then go back to accusing you of doing this and this and that, blah blah blah. You know, so maybe you get a phone call, maybe they do reach out with like a sweet little message, you know, but you know that it's attached to something that you don't like, something that's going to hold you back, you know, something that's going to try to keep you stuck. You know that they're just being sweet because they want to get back in with you. But once they're back in, you know that they're going to try and start controlling everything again. It's just you, Queen of Cups, you're just like so sweet. And people think that they can play with you because you're being nice. But it's like the digger that the more that they dig deep with the Magician card, the Ten of Wands, like they fuck around and find out you're not the one to be messing with or pushing around. You don't let people push you around. You give them a choice. Either deal with me, deal with, you know, what it is that I have going on here, Ten of Pentacles, and live this lavish lifestyle or this ideal lifestyle that you want, and let me do me, or, you know, have some self-respect and go do your own thing. Like somebody's like, you know, trying to give you an ultimatum to like stay with them, but you're like, I don't want any ultimatums. Either you want me for who I am completely, or you can leave, because there are other people who are going to let you do this. There are other places who's going to hire you, whether you have something or you don't. You know, with the Tower card, the Seven of Cups. Like, I feel like somebody's coming back to you and being like, I'm sorry, like, it's okay, we can work on this, we can work around this. And you're like, well, now you gotta wait your turn. Now this person has to wait, because when you gave them a space or a chance to decide, they decided, you know, they made a very greedy and selfish decision when it came to the space that you were trying to give to them. I feel like in the first, like, you didn't have a lot to give in the first place, you know, and they didn't respect that. They didn't respect your wishes. And so now that you're being disrespectful right back, they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And you're like, you can whoa yourself way the fuck on over there. I didn't ask you to be here. You want to be here. You know? It's like somebody's expecting you to like chase after them. And I feel like you've learned your lesson. Like, because I feel like while somebody wants you to chase them, there's somebody chasing you. You know? And maybe that's the part that they don't see with the Moon card. That's the part they don't see, is all these options that you actually do have. Right? So they want to be a dick. They want to be selfish, greedy, toxic and shit. Like, you're like, go be greedy, toxic and shit somewhere else. And they're like, okay, but I'm coming back and I'm going to come back and do the same thing. And you're like, no, now it's Robert's turn, you know? Now it's Brittany's turn, you know? I really feel like someone lost their chance, or they lost their opportunity for you to react to them like instantly. Now they gotta wait, you know? And then while they're waiting, and if they want to come back, they're going to have to show you something different next time they come back. Or, you know what I'm saying? Something more real. They have to come in without their mask, you know. And I feel like you're very open to like hearing someone out, but to get serious or take them seriously or respect them, no, it's like they lost their respect like at first with the Queen of Cups. At first you were loving and you were very accepting of them. 10 of Swords, and they took advantage of that. So the next time around, if they do try to come around, especially during this full moon eclipse here, you are, it's like when they reach out to you, you're like, oh man, this person's calling me again. Like, do I really want to deal with that? Like, ugh. The Knight of Pentacles, you're like, nah, you know, if they really need something, if they really want something, they'll come to me. They'll come get me, you know. They'll take actions towards me, but I'm not going to hold space. You're not going to hold space for somebody to decide to treat you right. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to give respect to get it. You're like, you want to be selfish with your energy? I can be selfish with my energy too with the moon card. You want to be mysterious and shit? I could be mysterious and shit. You want to talk to other people and shit? I could talk to other people and shit. It ain't nothing. With the King of Swords, I could do something without approval, without your cosign. With the King of Wands, I don't care how good looking you look. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care what your family is like or what our life could be like here. If you don't have respect for myself or for yourself here, you're not allowed. Three of Swords. So what's it going to be? Are you going to break your own heart, or are we going to change? Are we going to change for the better? You know, stop acting like kids or like we don't know any better. Right? All right, that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so very much for joining me today. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you all for being here. And hopefully, I'll see you in your next video.